1-0 in the grand final. And who's gonna be his opponent? Lin versus Happy is the match. Lin was really, really good in the group stage. He only lost to Colorful, I think, made it second place. And Happy dominated that league. The only loss of Happy in the group stage? This guy. It was Lin, once more. The past two encounters went towards Lin, but Happy on day one, in the playoffs in general, he seems imperfect. Below his regular Uber God level. And he's facing Lin now, who's playing his best Warcraft in 3 years, I would say. There is no flaws when you're Lin, the DreamHack Regional Champion of 2020, the WGL Champion of 2019, and you know who his opponent was in 2019? It was Happy. A WCG winner, a WGL winner. He's done it all. But recently, all the big tier 1 tournaments go to Happy. DreamHack, WGL 2019 as well, Rara Land. It's all his. Whenever there's big money on the line, Big Demi is there to get his ice cream money. And it looked like TP League would be the same, because he started match 1 and destroyed Focus in 10 minutes. But then, some time came Lin, and he lost matches 2-1-0 to Colorful, to Kaho. We have our maps, starting with Amazonia, Concealed and Tight Hunters for Happy, Lin with Turtle Rock and Twisted, the big ones. The tail of the tape for the two players. First and second in the ELO ranking. Lin, one of the few guys who has a positive track record versus Happy. The past encounters, group stage here, 2-1 for Lin. TED Cup 11, 2-0 for Lin. In the Doobie Cup, 4-3 for Happy. In the Show Cup, 4-3 for Happy. In the TP League qualifier, 3-1 for Happy. The long series, they usually go to the undead. But that was a different Lin. I haven't seen Lin at a god tier like this in a long time. And now he has to prove it. Now he has to prove it in the long series. Second place in earnings for Warcraft 3 of all time. Only Moon did better in the history of this game. Happy is climbing the ranks, by the way. He's about to surpass a couple of people in the all-times, as his spectacular dominance in the past couple of years boosted him up to rank 7, I believe. And he's about to surpass Sky. With a win in the next match, he's getting up to rank 6. And that is then surpassing the WCG winner, 2-time WCG winner in Fly. And now, enough with the talks. This is game time, and this is the match we've all been waiting for. The best players in the world facing each other in the best of 5 semi-final. This is Happy on the bottom left-hand side in the yellow, and Lin on the right-hand side on Amazonia. Amazonia Undead Orc. When do you ever see this? Uncharted waters. Maybe on ladder. But that's about it. The start into the series will be so important. It's DK versus Fastia. This is what we expected. Happy wearing the blue shirt. Not the black Fred Perry. Is that the first defeat? Tiny moves decide the early game. Fastia Headhunters, of course, oppressive as always. There's multiple options for Orc. You can play Fastia Fast Tech Wyvern, Fastia Headhunters with tier 3, tier 2 expansions, Mass Raiders, You can play a cheeky Blade Master here and there. Last hit goes to Happy. Creeps are getting involved to a degree. A little nuisance. It's hard to find two players. Infi just leaves? Are you kidding me? That's a damn shame. There we go. That's his WGL trophies. Okay. Represent. Like, okay. I got 2 WGL trophies. These guys combined got 2 WGL trophies. Showing off. The Staff of Gul'dan. Gracing us with the presence as well. So far, so good. Farseer, not level 2. Getting it there now. Leaves the green camp for later. And that's a big last hit. Happy has to invest the coil, and he does. You don't want to start into this game by losing a creep to a Farseer. It's a grunt opener. It's no headhunters. It's just Farseer grunts. Four minutes in. And this is the first big encounter between the two. If you surround the Farseer, that's a huge win. Oh, he wants to steal the lap away. Interesting situation. Interesting creep route by Happy. This Ogre Mage, oh man, this is not a good start for Lin. Happy getting level 3 reliably, so fast. Lin dodging the first surround attempt, but can he save all grunts? These are big XP donations. Wolf is chasing, gets a kill. First cooldown, but so is the grunt, and that is of course a great trade for the Emperor. Double beastery coming. It's either Mass Raiders or Mass Wyvern. And Happy calculates the mana perfectly to get the Renegade and the grunt. Hard to creep for Lin now. Happy with the ultra aggression. Has no coil, but will be in 5 seconds. Careful about the bash, as so often here at the Kobolds. And what will come out of Lin's beasteries? It's either Raiders or Wyvern. We moved away from the Wyvern for a little bit. Maybe Lin brings him back. On a small map like this, can you outmaneuver your opponent? Wyvern it is. Okay, high tempo then. Gargoyle to the rescue for now. That makes sense because there's no headhunters. And Lin finally gets off the ground with the Farseer. Finally level 3. Tier 3 on the way for Happy. And the triple slippers. My god, do you wish there's a Blade Master now. Double ring for Happy, also not too great. Items do not decide this early game. It's player skill. Wyvern accelerate the creeping, which he needs. Needs to buy time. Happy is in, but can't go for the steal. He has 2 coils again. Hex on the Garg. That takes some momentum off of Happy's play. Will he invest the coil or does he know that this Garg is dead? It is. First little victory for the War Chief. And that contains the Lich. For now. Calm before the storm. Lin goes tier 3 as well. Wants to follow up. Wants the orbs. Wants the tiny. Wants the envenomed spears. And that's what we get. And here we have the flybys. How good is the main defense? There's only one Narub. Lin for the first time being the aggressor. Hex on the gargoyle. Pretty smart. Chain lightning. Off we go. The wyvern easily win the fight now. Of course. Acolytes, they will suffer. Wolves are arriving there as well. That's number 2. Trying to go for the Shadow Hunter. That forces the town portal. Great response by Happy, but was it too late? The first gargoyle missing was a problem. That's 2 echoes. Traded for a town portal. Item still on the ground. Okay. Maybe nerves coming into play. Happy's army, not online yet. Only 3 ghouls remaining, 3 gargs. And bad riders are a good counter, especially when Coil Nova is low. Happy found ways playing around this against the bats, even though when he has no weapon. And that's Coil Nova and Destroyers. Lin has to take care of his heroes. No TP, no more, no speed scroll. Happy so close to the camera, he's almost in your living room. But the fight setup looks good for Lin. Is there a third hero? Pit Lord maybe. Dark Ranger. And for Lin, he doesn't want to be too greedy. Got Chain Lightning level 2. As his Farseer was quite late on the level 3. Can't play the Wolf advantage, Happy grinding levels. Needs the Lich levels. But of course with Wyvern you creep faster, more efficient. That's an aura. That's a true shot! Oh, that's a massive damage boost on Wyvern. What's Happy getting in the north? We got Frost Armor. 2 ghouls only. Who's gonna get more map presence? Shadowhunter super close to 3, where I think Lin, he has Envenomed Spears now, makes it relatively easy to creep the granites. Dark Ranger with a little bit of a damage boost. And this is the final calm moments. Lin, you arrived on tier 3. What is your play? Is there a TC coming? Is there an Expo coming? Only an illusion in the north, don't worry about that. Red spot is the Katga's pipe. Pretty good, but only on the heroes. Not any other units. Lin, his positioning is great, finishes the red spot. Happy is wasting time here now. Can go to the shop. Lin was a little broke. No heal scroll, no invul. It is available. And Happy snacks it. Has the orb on the DK to be able to attack the Wyvern. And feels like they want this fight. Happy shocking around. Big supply lead for Lin. As more Wyvern are coming. Do you want to fight already or do you want to wait for them? Happy's only getting stronger from here on out. Creeps are getting involved. This is getting weird. They're slow. There's boulders. And Lin is jumping on him with a speed scroll. This is the fight. There's no TP for Happy. Weapon the gargoyle. Uh-oh. That's not great. Oh my god. There was 6 detonates. 2 destroyers still up. Another detonate with the berserker and the destroyers are out. 10 supply down. Shadowhunter was silenced. He's gone. Can't save him anymore. No more healing. It's all down to the Wyvern. They're fragile, but they have to do the heavy lifting now. Happy has Coil Nova, but no statue. Dark Ranger up as well. Air superiority for Lin. As he tears Happy a new one. The gargoyles, they don't stand a chance. It's all down to the spells. Frost armor on them is actually quite nice. Wyvern are falling, they are fragile, and the DK has still a lot more mana to work with. The lack of healing, it's so noticeable. Happy loses a lot of army, loses a lot of air, but that Shadow Hunter kill was magnificent, and at the end he's standing tall. Lin overcommitting maybe. After the Shadow Hunter dead. He smelled on the water. He saw the 2 destroyers die at the same time. And thought that's his moment. But it wasn't. Lich still has the big mana potion. And there's another consumable coming here. Lin, what are your forces? 5 Wyvern only. Garg streaming in, Statue streaming in. Still no TP. Invo potion there is. Shadowhunter is not back for 45 seconds. This is not looking good for Lin anymore. Didn't expect Happy to be here. And that is almost game. It is game. Happy wins game number 1. And, okay. Okay. A Shadowhunter nuke that easy was not what we expected. The Wyvern looked good until they didn't. The Shadowhunter loss more significant than Lin expected. And there was a lot of mana. 1-0, map 1, Amazonia. Amazonia was weird. Nobody really plays Amazonia in this matchup. The next maps will be more refined. And is that the end to the Wyvern strat? It started so well, this fight. The first gargoyle pickup in the middle. The levels were fine. This all comes down to the Shadowhunter kill. All of it. But since he used the speed scroll aggressively, he couldn't use it to get out of it. And then, of course, if you want to retreat, there was Coil Nova for days. Maybe it was the only chance at that point after the Shadowhunter loss. But yeah, Wyvern fall. If you don't support them with heal scrolls or heal wave, they fall in seconds. Turtle Rock is next. Lin's map. And Happy looks clean. Happy looks better than yesterday. Happy looks also better than 2 days ago. So far, hard to say if there's any big mistakes done. It felt like Lin was just picking up speed. And then Happy was the roadblock. One more time. Turtle Rock, Happy with a big victory. I bet Neo is wearing pajamas with his blazer. Jogging pants it is, my friend. And Lin, okay, the warm-up is over. Warmed up he is. Off with the... what's it called? Cardigan. Shirt only. DK it is. CORSAIR it is. They are finding themselves on the same lane. And this time, it's a new build. It's a Grunted to Headhunter build. This patch was dominated by CORSAIR Headhunters, and Lin is giving them a last hurrah. Happy looking so focused, I wouldn't be surprised if there's steam coming out his ears in a bit. This is just the early game. It's always so impressive. His head movement, his eye movement, they're everywhere. Lin, calm as a rock. Happy's entire body plays Warcraft. For Lin, it's definitely brain and hands. And we start with a creeping game. Creeping game also for Happy. The Grunt is there to soak up damage. Ghouls are there to soak up damage. Seawood, Act 21, thank you for the sub. As well as Apfelsinenbaum for the gifted. Who gets the merchant? That's the most important thing in the early game. 3,500 viewers for a semi-final, everybody. We have Chain Lightning on. We have Wolves there. It's all about the Magi, who's not following. Happy, so focused on the vision. He's gonna claim this ward. That's for sure. At what cost? Lin gets the last hit. 2.6 all of a sudden. Item goes to Happy. Ward goes to Happy most, I think. Pretty sure. If not, that's huge. And Lin gets level 3. Oh my god. What a win so far. But Happy still has coils. At least one. Lin with a deny. Gets it. Happy stopped in the tracks. This entire camp belongs to Lin. What an exclamation mark after the crushing loss on Amazonia. The vision belongs to Happy. We see it in the overlay. Sick denies. But this is level 2 Wolves with almost no counter for a long time. Happy's mouse settings are super slow, which is why he moves his entire body as he has to move way more than others. That's a nice explanation. Thank you, Darkness. DK under pressure. This last hit goes to him. Item as well. Not bad. No crowd control, of course, with this build that early. No cardigan, no mercy. But with Happy, only because he loses the early game doesn't mean he's losing the series. That was a big win for Lin, but only for so long. Items look good on Happy's side. Both players at 400 APM. At the creeping phase. Not bad. Lich Shadowhunter again, the battle with tier 2. And another shop for Lin. Yeah, there's no way stopping level 2 Wolves Farseer Headhunters. He's grinding towards level 2 Chain Lightning, and I think that is the right call. He could be harassing the same time and prevent Happy from level 3, but the Chain Lightning 2 against the Ghoul push is incredibly important. Plus the vision on the right hand side. Both unfold their mid and late game. That's level 3. Lich online, Nova first. No Dark Ranger against this. But Lin soaking up the map. Oh, that Lich. He gets some gifts. Keeps the parry up. Interesting. Lin lurking for a creep jack. Won't find him here at nighttime. Ships in the night. As the Shadowhunter is about to get level 2 soon. Scroll of the Beast. Okay, we dive, everybody. Get your snorkels ready. But nice defense thus far. We have a Chain Lightning to work with. Happy is forced off the map. The Shadowhunter gets level 2. We have no staff. We have Coil Nova. Is that just a TP? Not investing more. The Lich is far away. Shadowhunter coming to the rescue with Heal Wave. And Happy lets go of the first hero of Lin. The wolves continue ravaging. It's all fine. And this will be cleaned up in a bit. Damage done, but no kills. Speed scroll invested. Also not the greatest investment of all time. Very tanky items. Will benefit a TC tremendously. That ring, the gauntlets. But it's of course not what he wants. I guess Lin wanted that dive to be a little more successful. He didn't accomplish anything. And this late game will be down to the straight up fights. 4-4 Tiny Great Hall. Where do you go? Are we contesting the red spot on the left? It certainly looks like it. Shadowhunter not 3. TC not out. Happy as Tri-Hero. This is not the fight you want. Speed scroll and scroll of the beast. Okay, maybe this is the fight you want. Happy as a town portal. If you win this fight and the undead is out of your face, you might be going for an expansion here. But statues are ready. Pops the tiny at his natural with the DK so low that he can't continue the push. Good wolf chasing. Good zoning. Frenzy is ready, destroyers are not, and you need destroyers against these wolves. They're so hungry. Lin is a madman pushing forward with a level 2 Shadowhunter, but he saw the opportunity for another kill with the Chain Lightning. Now mana is low. And you gotta retreat a little bit. Ooh, the Berserker upgrade is cute behind 2 more Headhunters. Next up is the red spot. Both know. Does Happy know about this Great Hall? How big is the vision? Next fight amping up. Berserker's done. And the fight is brewing. TC coming pretty late. Mana is bad for the Farseer. And still no level 3. He needs quick kills for level 2 heal wave. Heal scroll is available. Going for the Dark Ranger, going for the DK, not for the units, really. Level 1 heal wave is not what you want to invest. The Headhunters are all clumped up. Heal scroll ready. This is a feast for the Dark Ranger. Level 3, finally, but that took him forever. TC will not be part of this fight as it seems. Happy running out of steam too. The statues are of course there to replenish that mana, but that was the last coil for a little bit. With 4 Headhunter losses already. This expansion has to work. Nova on the Kodo didn't really eat yet, trying to defend it into the backline, and he gets it. This is a feast for the Headhunters, of course. Clean this up, but ghouls are not the important units anymore. Destroyers in the air. Lich level 2, chasing for that Fiend. Coil, not ready. This is a win for Lin. Happy down to 38 only. And reinforcements must be trickling in soon. He took out the Fiend. There is no web. This might be an opening for the Wyvern, but it's also an opening to kill these peons. 4.8 on the Farseer, 3.3. And next fight will be with the TC with more movement speed, but he needs more mana and he needs more healing. As the base is under attack. This was a 600 gold investment. And Lin just lets it go. For the red spot. Perfect shockwave. Tip my hat to the Ogre Lord. Ooh. Claws plus 12. Okay. TC needs the levels. TC wants the stomp. But Happy breaks the base. Lin is supply blocked since the Great Hall is gone. Burrow to make up for it. Happy stays in no upkeep. 10 supply lead for the Orc. 2.5 all of a sudden. Was it the right call to let the Expo go? Unintuitive. But there was no stop. And he wasn't ready to fight without the stomp. Red spot for Happy. Lich level 3 necessity. Levels are insane for Lin, close to 5. Vamp Aura, not what he wants. And we go into the base once again. No Orb of Lightning yet, no Perch. But taking out the shop is big. No mana potion, Happy with the TP. This is traded. And both know the army composition of the other now. No items for Lin. You don't want to fight an undead base with this kind of army. The dust settles. And Lin has his entire bottom to creep. This is 5 FS. This is 3 TC. Happy is not willing to allow him more time. The TC is so tanky. It's insane. That TC might win the game. Crystal ball. Where to scan? He has the shop vision already in the north. Gotta make a decision. Go for it or not. Or go for the red spot to secure level 5. And give Happy that red spot too. Happy's so quick with Coil Nova, of course. Ancient Django. Movement speed is what he was looking at. Wouldn't have complained about claws or pipe, but he won't complain about that either. 4-3, 2.7 against 5-3-3. I can't prevent the next ad, by the way. Unfortunate. Sorry about that. Both are soaking up the map. Is Lin misreading this and thinks that Happy is expanding? There's a town portal for the Emperor. There's no town portal for Lin and he's far away from a shop. He needs to see this army movement. Or is he the one forcing Happy back? Big army coming for Lin. Big army coming for Happy. Both break upkeep. Big damage on the Farseer, but he's squishy. Oh, 2 gifts by Lin! Didn't expect Happy in that situation. That is 5 supply just gone. Uh-oh, another donation. Lin is handing gifts left, right, and center. Town portal away. This is the fight, but it's a fight in Happy's base. Not what you want. TC is the gatekeeper. The Destroyer falls pretty much immediately. Level 4 for the Shadowhunter, a little bit more mana. Stomp is okay, but not hitting valuable units except the DK. There's mana for days, but there's also Nova. A lot of that. TC hits a big Stomp. Lin trying to defeat Happy in his front yard. Supply is even. Shop available. Instant reinforcements. And this is time for Lin to retreat. Can't fight this. Too many losses. Unit on the left-hand side. Fix the rally point, Lin. You don't want to give up another unit. And another Headhunter down. Too easy. So far, too easy for Happy. Maybe the Dark Ranger is the target. Catches the coil as the DK positioning is flawless. Raider falls. Not like this, Lin. And it's so hard to run away from this now with Unholy Aura and Endurance Aura on Happy's side. Headhunters have great damage, but they fall to the focus. Imagine Lin not donating all the units. These were grave mistakes. A-bomb in the front. Clutch moments. No expansion on the back of things. Mana is looking good on both sides. They got their spells locked and loaded. Too shy to dance currently. No consumables for Lin. And you don't want to be down 0-2 against Big Demi in a best of 5 series. TC getting silenced and he has no invul potion. He has no dispel against the silence. This looks a little hopeless, but the concave looks good. Dark Ranger catches yet another coil. There's 2 more after this one. Can almost hear Happy's brain working. How far can I push this? TC gets a stomp, but not that great. Another Headhunter mispositioned. 1 more Headhunter mispositioned. Lin is not that sharp yet. He's not where he needs to be. At that god state that we saw in the matches versus Moon. Shadowhunter craving for another heal wave. It's not there yet. In a little bit it is. But that might be time for Happy to do some massive damage here. Heal wave is available. Not using it now. Shadowhunter to the right-hand side. Happy is dropping in supply quite a bit. But the Raider... What is wrong with the rally points? It feels like it's too far forward. TC being nuked again. He has no healing. Silence on the TC as well to stop the storm, but the Fiend falls on the right-hand side. Another unit coming from the right flank. Lin in the group stage. He was mining on 4 peons for a long time. That was a grave mistake, and happy with Coil Nova exploiting this. Retreat now. Main base is 1800. Crystal ball used to scan for expansions. There are none. 400 gold. Wait. Happy repaired the statue for a little bit. Now back to full mining. Last remaining creeps on the map. Supply is even. We got a heal scroll. Finally an invo potion. That's the crucial moment. You see how little Lin got done if you look at the Farseer. He was level 5 6 minutes ago. And he didn't play to that advantage. Kevin, thank you for gifting a sub. No orb at all. No tiny. No second tiny. Lin's clarity is running. And this is as even as it gets. Mana potion, invo potion, heal potion. A decked out lich. Thank you, Toxie, for gifting us up to Jabba. And away we go. DK has a lot of items, but no TP. The TC hits an epicenter stomp. What can he make off of this? Kodo gets a devour. Destroyer is about to fall. Can't catch a coil. Nice opening by Lin, I'd say so far. But that was the invo potion on the TC. That was the play he had to get. And now with the Tavern, this is all a little weird as the Headhunters are clunking up. Coil Nova is of course a little easier to play when you're running away with a lot of movement speed. The TC movement is happening. Oh, here comes again the stomp. Wonderfully done, but Happy at the heal scroll. He used all his consumables in the first few moments of the fight, and it seems like he can't stop the TC anymore. 60 pop still for Lin. Happy! 6 save on the Destro. Heal wave is ready for Lin. TC is saved, as there's no Nova currently, but there will be in a little bit. And a coil is also ready. Oh boy, what a fight by Lin. Kodo's in the belly, right? You need to save this Kodo or maneuver it into a position where you're surrounding. Wow, the Kodo is surrounded by headhunters, so if the Kodo gets sniped, the A-bomb is dead anyway. Great. These little tiny moves. Heal self running. Happy's running out of steam. There's not much gold in the mines no more. Destroy. Ah! Wow, look at all these spears. Magnetically attached to the Destro, just dies. And Happy is down to basically only heroes. There's not much left. So much mana left on the TC. Farseer's looking sharp. Lin looking sharp. This is the War Chief that we need. The War Chief we deserve. And an overwhelming mass of headhunters. No diversity in this army anymore except the Kodo. TC is coming in once again. Here we go. On to the heroes. Whoa. TC, there's the hacks. And no, the spell. Chain lightning. Lich goes down. And that's game. Lin brings it back. What a win. What a win. The early game was his on the left-hand side. At the Merchant, this is where things spiraled out of control for Happy for quite a bit. And then Happy brought it back with a magnificent fight in the middle, and Lin making some mistakes, donating away 12 supply in Raiders and Headhunters. The Expo was broken, but Lin got the levels, and Lin is here to fight. We have ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen. That fight was insane. The one time he got an invo potion on the TC and he found position after position after position And these storms were insane. Happy was up for the task for a long time, but not at the end. We're down to best of 3. Next up, Tide Hunters. Whole different map. We have Tide Hunters, Twisted, and Last Refuge, I think? Off we go. Who claims match points? 1-0 is waiting at the grand final. Yo, Just Ross! Thank you for the gifted subs. 5 gifties by Just Ross, one of the kindest souls that we were allowed to meet at Raraland. Can Lynn take it back to back? Jelko, thank you for the sub. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. DK Ghouls for happy, of course. Farseer. Ooh, Farseer. No grunt opener. Aha! Third different build and the third map for Lynn. Fast tech this is. Tide Hunters can swing in one or the other direction super fast because it's that small and narrow. Unlike Turtle Rock, where you had a huge concave and a massive damage uptime. Maybe that's the reason to go Wyvern again. Does this deter Happy? Or is it just, okay, this was your prime map. This was your number 1 pick. It's fine. Farseer positions himself aggressively. Does build a barracks. So fast tech barracks. No instant Wyvern rush at least. And the dance continues. Happy follows into the tech, of course, a little bit later. No one can catch up with Orc techs. Lynn again, calm as a rock. In the beginning of the game. And this is level 2 DK delayed for now. Lasted so big. Lynn gets it again! Just like on Turtle Rock, where the merchant went to him. The big turtle is his. And the small turtle, he got vision. This one goes to Happy. 1.9. Who gets level 2 faster? Wolves on the line, skeletons on the line. Every tiny bit of XP is important now. Deny with ease, of course. Was there a doubt that this is the highest level of Warcraft currently? Getting closer to 2. Happy no aura yet. Okay, this You can't prevent everything, but he's putting good damage onto the DK, good damage onto the ghouls. And that is level 2 now. That changes the entire dynamic. So much more movement speed, allows for surrounds. Shadowhunter again. The weapon of choice on tier 2. Not too many losses so far. Ooh, can he just coil him? Hold on. It's 3 coils though. Do you want to invest this? Probably not. No, no, no. 1 headhunter into double beastery. That's expensive. Maybe he feels like he needs a little bit of support. Maybe he wants it later. Dark Rangers. Ooh, Dark Ranger second? Against Wyvern? That's odd. It's the prime weapon against headhunters early. But first, there's 1 headhunter. Was he fooled? Was he fooled by this 1 headhunter? That is a huge liability. You don't get skeletons from Wyvern. Silence is of course nice, but a Lich second. You saw the dominance of a Lich second on Amazonia. Oh, this is great. This is a great setup for Lin. On Happy's map. Level 2 unlocked. Shadowhunter very aggressively with Hex. But Happy figured it out. He saw the Wyvern. He's going into Gargoyles now. But there will not be strong Nova against Wyvern. And that's their biggest weakness. Good last hits. You saw at Raraland how hard it is to get the last hits versus Happy. When he was playing Soin and Soin couldn't get anything. When Happy played the perfect game on Northern Isles. Lin, level 2.3. And he's soaking up the map. He knows there's no Coil Nova to worry about. Shadowhunter second heal wave, of course. He shall not fall this game. Happy is dodging. And Lin is moving again in aggressively. He knows Happy is weak right now. Can't get in for this last hit, but the ghouls are all poisoned. Look at the damage go. Glass cannons. Yes, flying XP tomes, but they're all pretty dangerous. If they are supported. Creeps woken up. Happy's game is disrupted. Shadowhunter creep. You can creep pretty much the entire map with Wyvern as the Farseer is harassing. There's 2 Gargs already. Destroyers will come. Early switch into bats. And very quick level 3. That skeleton, oh, is level 3. Didn't even need it. This is such a perfect setup. Rune bracers, kinda nice. Claws, really good. Defend upgrade immediately. Plus Frenzy and Destros. Happy is getting ready for tier 3 and finally gets his Lich. Oh, heal wards as well. This is perfect. Big mana as well. Guys, this is Happy's map and Lin is in a phenomenal position. There is a town portal. There's a Wen of Mana stealing. There's a big mana potion. Off we go. There's a Spirit Tower up for now. And this will probably stay up. With bats, you get a little bit of piercing damage. Trading XPs. Heal wave invested. Coil Nova maybe. Ooh, that was one down. What do you do with a level 1 Nova against the Wyvern? You can't allow Happy to creep the entire map, obviously. Happy is going for an aggressive movement now. Lynn doesn't feel ready with 58 food, as he knows that Happy's not near the necessary levels. Calm before the storm. This fight will be explosive, literally. When does Lynn feel ready? With the speed scroll, with the setup, and away we go. Silence is up. What will the Bat Riders do? Where's the air units by Happy? You don't really see them. They're in the north. Here we go. Justify the means. Bats are all gone. Wyvern reigns supreme for now. Take care of your Shadow Hunter and this fight shall be yours. Heal wave is ready. Level 4 on both Orc heroes. And the Wyvern are still up, but also big losses on both sides. Focus fire on the DK now. There is no TP, of course, but he's just coiling them one after the next. Massive losses for Lynn. As Happy salvages this really, really well. And they're called Flying XP Tomes for a reason. All of a sudden, 3, 3, 2. This wasn't the fight. This focus on the DK, highly questionable. El Captain Pat, thank you for the sub. Last hit to Happy. Ooh, he needs to make the Wyvern work right now. Otherwise, the Lich is getting too strong. No heal wave ready. Was on cooldown for 2 seconds. Razor, sharp timings. And Happy takes the supply lead for now, but we will be even after the Destro. No coil available. And he can't get it. These Wyvern, they're not working out. Coil is up. Damage is not there. He doesn't have the critical mass anymore. You need the Wyvern at critical mass. And Lynn throws the lead away. Not having a heal scroll. Was that the problem? The momentum is all on Happy's side. Lack of a TC. Once more, Wyvern are also expensive. Big mana potion invested as well. Gets another. But there's no speed scroll anymore. Happy pulls back. Happy's damage items are insane. Double claw plus 9, mantle. We get defense upgrades, I like that. After the second attack upgrade. Maybe should have done this earlier, but against Coil Nova, no armor upgrade is helping at all. Level 4 heroes. Not the greatest on the Orc side. Happy is getting closer and closer to Nova level 3, and that's the game-winning spell. Lynn feels he has the time for the red spot. Is that the case? Happy has a very good idea of what's happening. A very good idea of what's happening. Oh, red spot. Goes to Lynn. Item on the ground. Gets the... Oh no, a very unthankful item. The Cloak of Flames is the worst he could have gotten here, as everything is so squishy and the Bat Rider down. And the Town Portal invested. This was not worth it, but maybe he can trade it in for an expo. For army, for upgrades, he has 1,000 gold. For a tiny, of course. And this is Happy with the first consumable of the game. Heal scroll, invul ready. Double invul it is. Lynn is not competitive so far. He has to win this economically. Floating 1,000 gold. For what? Happy scouts for Tiny. Lin deep in his base. He was so far ahead. Lin was so far ahead. He fooled Happy into a DR second, but now look at this Lich. Is he two-shotting Wyvern? The heal scroll is the perfect counter to bats. We don't have many of them. Lin, what are you doing with your gold? 700 gold floating. Speed scroll. Clarity. That's what he got. No Tiny, no orb. Oh, Lin. Did you miscalculate this game? The one fight at the bottom wasn't yours. No TC. No level 5s. It's all down to the Wyvern. If they work, this is Lin's game. But it's so hard to make them work. As Happy is going for the economy because it can. Altar, down, floodgates, open. Little bit of base defense with the peons. Min-maxing. Heal selves used, okay. Rebuilds the shop. You don't want to push too far. But you can't lose that beastery. Trying to hold before the Wyvern gets out. Close. But he gets it before. 800 gold on Lin. Are you willing? You could expand on the back of this. If you're happy. Still up on the DK. He found... Oh, this... The damage items are insane. Trying to switch a bit into headhunters. But this one will also not come out. One building after the next. Lin is waiting for the final moment. Supply is even though. As the economy is getting ravaged once again. 500 gold still left. But where to spend it on? Not on units, that's clear. Lin is waiting for the one moment. The one opportunity. Happy patient. Still 500 gold. Happy floating 600 gold. And that's the last production building gone for Lin. No more army. He will not get up higher than 63 for now. Happy's contain is crazy good. Can the Bad Riders connect? That's the one big question. 3,000 gold remaining. Happy didn't get an expansion. Lin will be able to rebuild in a bit. As Happy's pulling back for heal scrolls, of course. The big threat, the AoE damage of Bad Riders and Chain Lightning. Aluminium Sausage, thanking you for gifting us up to Happy's Cam. BB, thank you for the sub. Go Lin! It's gonna be stressful. Happy is close to match points. Lin wants to fight. Happy greets him with the Nova. The Hex comes in perfectly for now, but he can't get him. He can't get him just yet. Lich is safe. Chain Lightning a little late. How do you engage now? Massive Nova onto absolutely everything. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Happy pulls back. Shop control for Lin, finally. He needs a heal scroll. Are they even available? He has the gold now. Doesn't get it? Doesn't get it? Might not be available. Everything was clumped up. 2 more Nova like this. Food is even. But the consumables are clearly in favor of Happy. Hidden spanking again. Lumber broken. This game. This is about patience. This is all about patience. We'll end up at 80-80. Lin rebuilt 3 production facilities. That's why his lumber is low. Can't go into upgrades. Second defend upgrade for Happy. First attack upgrade coming as well. 20-minute mark. Happy. Now fully mining again. 1 heal scroll for Lin. Scouting for an expansion. Both players. Can't allow this. Lin could go up to place it tiny. He's shocking around. Both players are. No TP on Lin. No TP on Happy. It's so much about shops now. Shops and heal scrolls. Nobody has the money at the moment. Lin is expecting an expansion. Because this contain is lasting for 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You would think that there's an expansion on the back of it. Heal scroll not ready. Not for a long time. Here we go. The bats. A couple of them connect, but it's not enough. The 2 armor upgrades are so good for Happy now. And the Wyvern, they're just disappearing. Oh my god, he lost 20 food in just a matter of seconds. This is unwinnable, isn't it? Chain Lightning goes through, but the destroyers, it's 5 destroyers in the air. Silence on the Shadow Hunter, he can't heal them. He's investing so much, but there's so little to work with. Only a handful of Orc heroes remaining. Happy with an Invo Potion. Shadow Hunter silenced once again. Lich in a little bit of trouble. That's the Invo Potion. Can he take him out? It's just 20 supplies. They're 30 now. Level 5 DK, it's game, and Happy takes match points again. In the long series, he's just more consistent. Lin with his back against the wall, the toughest situation that he was in all playoffs. The matches against Moon were, of course, very, very stressful too. Thank you, Thetna, or the DNA, for the sub. Lin has to win back-to-back games now. He did that in TED Cup. But it's rare to see. Usually they're trading maps wherever the one is favored. They oftentimes win their map picks. One map away from an Undead Mirror final. 120 is waiting, rubbing his hands. Let's go, brother. Let's dance again. This is not the God tier Lin from the past few days. Not yet. It's getting better, but it's not there yet. There's a bit missing. And that bit separates you from being as good as Happy is. Match points, Emperor. Lin stemming against the defeat. Lin stemming against the game for third. You really don't want to fight for the golden pineapple. You want to be in a grand final. Is that the big return of Happy after a shaky 2 days of playoffs? Looking rock solid now. There's just no mistakes. The Dark Ranger was a mistake, granted, but not punished hard enough. The engagement bottom left-hand side, when so much damage was thrown in the DK, I don't really know what that was supposed to do. Farsi again, instant tech. Lin on this map was very successful with Raiders. But this is his tournament life on the line. Yeah, prize money increases if you win the game for third, but Happy is sharp today. Lin in God mode can defeat Happy. Also back to back. Was he deterred by the missed opportunities that he was given and didn't use? One over-engagement on Tidehunters and one Shadowhunter loss on Amazonia. Wolferaz instantly. Happy has done this a million times. There's not even much damage done. Nerup Tower immediately. Nicely resummoning the wolves. And Headhunters on the back of it. Fast tech Headhunters. And you want to pummel Happy. You want to pressure Happy. Willing to give Lin this chip damage. Because of course there's sick regen on the Blight. I don't think this will lead to kills. Shouldn't. Nope. And now Happy can creep. This is not level 2. Can't fall back to the green. Really, this will be contested. But crazy fast harass. Lin making sure that he stays in the rhythm. The fight so far, though, especially with the Wyvern, all going to Happy. The last hits so far were superb. The early games, crisp. But it was the late games that broke Lin. Is it time for Radar? Rushing tier 3! Whoa! It's so fragile! He's teching tier 3 on 3 Headhunters. Soin did this for double orb. And it looked spectacular for a while. Knowing Lin, this is rather a rush tiny. He was always a bigger fan of economy. Thank you, Pishna, for gifting us up to Schienenersatzverkehr. Fartseer, thank you for the sub. Never not laughing. And this time the Dark Ranger is the good call. All of a sudden, Lin has to play defensively. Can't get the Dark Ranger's fangs onto the few units he got. Such a fast tier 3 by both. Happy knows that there's no pressure anymore. Q's tier 3 immediately. Again, claws. He finds so many claws these series. What's the Null doing? Little misled. Ring for a possible TC. Shop only now. Whoa, this tier 3 is so fast. But Happy realizes this. Uncontestable against the Dark Ranger. Twisted Meadows has created legendary games this tournament. Is this one of them? So far so clean. Devotion Aura also nice. Red Spot. 6 minute tier 3, 6 minute red spot. You cannot play greedier than this in competitive Warcraft. Happy currently has struggles finding him. And the item is important. Staff of Silence. Okay. That's a big one. A silence to counter the silence. Who has the quicker fingers? Yes, this can be countered with destroyers, of course. But limited. No expansion just yet. Very low army. Happy scouting for expansions. He's very sure that's a tiny somewhere. But so far, Lin is just building an army. Berserker's coming, TC coming, level 3 on the line as well. But usually, if you don't disrupt Happy, his late game timings are perfect. More damage on Dark Ranger. And for once, she's the carry, not the Lich. And then it's a little too late to the party. Also without headhunters. Keeps them safe. TC almost out. Berserker upgrade finished now. More creeping. Happy with an Acolyte. Did he build a pit? Or is he willing to expand? Wind of Mana Ceiling again. Can be good. Doesn't have to be. Second red spot, Lin. Yo, they're soaking up the map like crazy. These items are gonna be very, very, very good. But you don't want double silence against you. I think it's a good call by Lin. Will it be the right one? I don't know. Pendant of Energy has absurd synergy with Clarities. Pandora, thank you for the sub. Drop the pendant, take a Clarity or a potion, and you're instantly back up to full mana. The calmest game just yet. Lin has to scout because Happy is expanding. With a Necro first. Heal scroll available. Happy shocking around. Finds an empty red spot at the bottom. Lin still has 2 camps here. Happy as well. 3/3/3 on both sides. Oh no, not the Lich. More mana to be used for Lin. Of course, he was looking for Rune Braces, but he can't have it all. He can be satisfied. I want to see that mana pull on the cow. $420 for the Farseer. Is Lin ready with this? Ooh, unit safe to the side. He doesn't... Okay, I like that. Rally point was a big issue before on Turtle Rock. Now he keeps him safe. And he's going for the push, willing to trade TPs. Plus, he gets the scout at the bottom. That's important, but if he trades TPs now, he's far away from the base. Reinforced defenses is finished. He can hold for a little. Happy TPs, only a speed scroll, but Happy's willing to brawl. Can't reach with the Nova. This is a TP now. Doesn't want to feed the Lich. Coil misses, so are the Destroyer shots. Wolves harassing. It seems like a playable game. Lin has 2 options. Tiny or attack. Rune Bracers! Oh my god, this TC has 600 mana, 10 armor, magic damage reduction, and a big potion of healing, plus the support of a Shadowhunter. A cow to force game 5. That's where we're at. But it's also 2 bases. Lin doesn't have the gold for the tiny just yet. Lin cannot allow Happy's expansion to be working. Lich is not 3. The Zeppelin usage by Lin throughout the tournament was absolutely insane. Yo, Rotti, nice to see you here, mate. You're in for a treat when you look at this TC. Okay, big attack by Lin. If this fails, the series is over. And we have an Undead Mirror Grand Final. Here we go. Silence on the TC. Breaks through. Stomp was nice. Raider down as well. Catches the Frosty with the silence as well. DK moving in fast. And this is the danger. When all the Headhunters are lined up, the Zeppelin a little bit too late, maybe. Where is the damage, Lin? Happy as a supply lead and he's tearing these Headhunters apart. Oh my god. This is sick. Destroyers up in the air. One gets caught. One is dead. Even supply still. There's so much mana on the TC, but there's also a Lich level 3 right now. The XP gain is sick, but the Stomp was massive. Reinforcements take forever to arrive for Lin. He has to work with what he got. Silence again on the TC. The Invo Potion is gone. He wants this Lich gone. Coil, maybe? Chain Lightning takes out the Orb of Corruption. That's a huge W for Lin. What did he sacrifice for it? Not too much after the beginning of the fight. Raiders hurt. DK out of mana as it seems. There's no potion anymore. And Lin seemingly cleaning this up. How many Raiders are just there? The Stomp is massive. Destro falling. 2 Fiends as well. It's a feast for Lin. Can he get another Ensnare out? This Raider, he's hungry. The Wolf, he wants to feed him. DK trying to buy back the Lich, but a Fiend is falling. Happy still got the Expo, but unprotected. Acolytes are all gone. The Wolves, they're having a banquet here. And Lin, at the most important moment, he's up for the task. Massive, massive start for Happy. Connecting so well onto all these Headhunters. It was 6 Headhunters down. But then the TC reigns supreme. This guy, it's after the fight. He's at 260 mana points. And the Expo is cleaned up. And now we go for the main. And now we go for the win. And now we go game 5. Or are we talking too soon? The Staff of Silence was sold, didn't want to use it. The TC is enough to shut everything up for a while. Destro about to fall, Fiend about to fall. You say never fight in an undead base, but Lin might just be in a position to do so. There's 3 more Stomps. Happy has no Coil Nova to work with. Only 1 Nova now, but is he overcommitting? There were some overcommitments earlier in the series. Labs should be up in a bit. Takes out the statue. That Zeppelin still up. DK, finds himself almost in a surround. Lin wants to close it out so desperately. Zeppelin crashes, and the Shadow Hunter has no mana anymore. Lin, this is not your place to fight, my friend. No heal scroll. Again, he's getting too greedy. He can't cover the retreat with yet another Stomp. Waiting for the reinforcements. Would love to see Backpack again as he did against Night Elf recently. But this must work. Last coil. Lich behind enemy lines for now. Reposition. Is there an opening? Doesn't seem like it. He throws the kitchen sink onto the Lich and he dies for the 2nd time. Damage dealer gone, and it's game, and it is game 5. Jeez Louise. What a match. The greed. The freaking greed by Lin. He went 3 units into tier 3. He went 3 units into Rat Spot. And it all paid off in the end. What a god. This is the Lin. This is Lin activated, everybody. He was ready for the fight. He had the consumables. He got it all lined up. And Happy had struggled finding him. Happy had struggled identifying the strategy. And all of a sudden, it all comes down to 1 map. And all of a sudden, this is $4,500 for a map. And that's a freaking lot. Concealed Hill will decide it all. Good to see that it's not Northern Isles, because Happy seemed undefeatable on Northern Isles. There's a reason Lin's nickname in China is Lin God. That's creative. Happy couldn't find him. That was the big error, the big flaw. And the expansion may be a little bit too greedy. But what do you do against this TC? Like, let's be honest. That TC was one of the strongest I've seen in a long time. Last map, the decision. Happy versus Lin. Number 1 and 2 in the ELO ranking. Trading maps as so often. And what's the plan now? Imagine dashing out a Blade Master now. But I don't think we'll see that. Oh boy, look at Happy. He's not too pleased. He never is, but he is especially not too pleased with the situation right now. The stakes are so high. They've rarely been higher for one map recently. The winner will get a little rest after this map, as the game for third is still there. Happy DK Ghouls, Lin, Farsia, and a fast tech. That's the setup. Lin is getting better and better throughout this entire series. Stop the flaw, stop the donations, stop the messed up rally points. And it is once again a fast tech. A smaller map, of course, yet a big map. No map is as big as Twisted. Happy scouts the build, sees the tech. And is he satisfied with this? Mass Air is 0-2 in this series. Headhunters are 2-0 in the series. Is Lin so stubborn? And is trying to fight this with Mass Air to make a point. We haven't seen Raider Lame yet. At all. That is always an opportunity. Last hit to Lin. Ooh, creep last hit to Happy. At least he got a skeleton, I think. And the pressure on the DK, the most important thing. Can sell the TP for a dagger. Turned into his favorite item recently, but against Lin you probably don't want that. Playing aggressive Shadow Hunters pretty much throughout the entire series. What Lin is playing now is the plague that's been haunting the entire ladder. Doesn't matter what race you are. Lin not as greedy as on Twisted. Builds a shop early. But no headhunters, right? Happy is scouting big time. To see if there's something like on Tidehunters. This one headhunter into air. As they're stealing the turtles away. Lin knowing that Happy is going for the ghoul creep in the north, disrupting this for a bit. But can't prevent level 2 and he knows it. Oh, not going for the last hit, rather the ghoul. Weakens the incoming push and grabs up the item. Has no staff though. Has to defend with what he got. Happy, greedy for more experience. Double B TC. Double B3 TC and the attack upgrade queued. Alright, this slot wyvern everybody. For the first time in this best of 5 series, we see Lin going for Raider Lame. And this is hard to identify for Happy now. He might have seen the beasteries. He might have seen the war mill working. But he doesn't know that it's a TC, and he doesn't know that this is Raiders. What I know is that I'm very, very thankful for Nunox because he gave me 10 euros. Haven't been here in a while. It's still amazing. Glad you enjoyed this, mate. Happy closing in on level 3. How many claws did he find in this series? This could be double digits now. Just for the history books, Warcraft 3 has 4,000 viewers for a semi-final without in-game sound. In 2023. In the wake of a new patch. Can you outmaneuver Happy on Concealed? Happy scouting. But yeah, oh, damn, double upgrades. Attack and defense. Happy sees the TC now. And he probably saw that it's no Wyvern. He knows by now, right? He must know. Lich is cute. Gargoyles, though. No, 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 no. He's still fooled. You can use the gargoyle against the Drake. But in fighting, it's super weak. He knows the raiders now. Is he switching? Nice scout. Thank you, Alone in Heaven. 3-month resub. Thanks for giving us back to Warcraft. Can't wait for another RTS era. Happy's playing very defensively. Second claw, by the way. Lol. The gargoyle is also an anti-measure to a possible Zeppelin play because the skeleton scouted that Lyn is shocking around the lab. And that's a pretty obvious play by now. Invu potion, not too bad. TC, no levels yet. Happy stopped Lyn basically with a skeleton. This is so obvious. This is so obvious. Happy is ready for like 4 minutes already. Uh-oh. Lyn is not good. Yeah, he realizes this too. And now what do you do with your raider army? Ooh, this is a big win by Happy. He set this up very, very well. And later, with Frenzy Coil Nova, raiders can't fight. Lyn is in trouble city. And Happy is willing to brawl. Of course he is. Only 35 supply. But in fighting, this army is better. Lyn put all eggs in a basket of raiders. And Happy takes the basket and throws it at a wall. Happy scouting is pretty much perfect. And snare on a Kodo, not what you want. Reinforced defenses, sees the counter push coming. He goes for the Overlord. Kodo seems safe. At least some levels now, but it's 2 levels for Lyn. He's 3 steps behind. Claws plus 12, never bad, but not great. Stomp as well. This is unfightable. This might even be the speed scroll, and it is. What now? Can you go into a different army? He doesn't even have a barracks, right? Lyn is playing circles around Happy. Dodging the fights. Feels like he got him on a leash. And he's dragging him around concealed for some bigger creep spots. But you know what's coming. You know that Happy will be unleashed at a point because there's no speed scroll anymore. And that might just be it right now. Big heal potion and an invo potion on the TC. TP out. Coil Nova. Are the Raiders all in range? Yes, they are. One dies. That's fine. Still 600 gold basically gone. 500. Happy has a TP. Can always respond. Scout on the right. Scout on the left. And the levels are getting stronger and stronger. Rune braces as well. That would have been an item for Lin, but he couldn't get it. Expo. Another obvious play now. And Happy is pushing. Lin is only tier 2. He can't go for a Shadow Hunter. He has no Headhunters. Is it just a base race? Still no speed scroll. You need the speed scrolls. Town portal home. No damage done. And there is slow. Oh, Lin. This is unwinnable, isn't it? $800 gold for Lin. Happy scouts the expo too. He's so desperately trying to find a way into Happy's base, but it's impossible. Just absolutely impossible. Happy the wall defends every single approach by Lin. And gets the kills. Yeah, has to be a deny for sure. But Lin has 20 years of experience. He's been in situations like this. Will he find a way out? Wyvern coming now. Happy's movement on the maps are perfect so far. But how long can you be perfect? For Happy, the answer is pretty much 6.5 years. No Spirit Tower. And that Zeppelin play will at least force a town portal. Or will it? Lin needs big damage now. Haunted Gold Mine-esque damage. He got the tools. 2 attack upgrades. 5 raiders. Is this figured out? Happy sees that the Zeppelin is gone. Where to go? The Garg is ready. So are the Destros. Need to drop now. Acolytes all evacuating. Only a town portal. This was no damage at all. Happy's responses are perfect. Again. Felt like Lin was wasting a little time there. And Happy not even forced into a TP because he could walk it off. Happy's getting a shade. Makes it even harder for Lin. The Zeppelins were his way into the semifinal. In almost every matchup. And now they might be his downfall. No speed scroll. Stomp on a handful of ghouls, but Lich is far away. Raider control okay, but the Null Overseer once again. The big creep. Going to Happy, is it not? Or was it killed before? No, he didn't get it. Another Zeppelin. He's trying. Belt of Giant Strength. Army is getting more and more into fighting shape. And the heroes are somewhat competitive-ish. Would be with a level 3 TC. Happy's lining up another attack. Lin has no TP. He's close to a shop. He got a TC3, but Lin is about to be eliminated here. Happy got him in a chokehold. Off we go into the burrows. There is spike barricades, but of course the statues heal against that. Is that the opening that Lin wants though? With Happy out of his base for once. Army is separated into two parts for some reason, and Happy can always TP if he wants to. And then how do you get out of that unlet base, Lin? Desperate times. Desperate measures. Oh, very aggressive TP. But not reaching far enough. Only for a raider. But Happy's not done yet. Aura 2. Little bit of a misposition. With the Lich, so he can't reach. Is that the fight? 68 food, Lin. You need a miracle, my friend. There's no Gargs this time, at least not too many. They're out of the air now. Nova hits big, and Lin has no scrolls. Lin has no Shadow Hunter. These Wyvern are all made out of paper, and they are here to bring the damage. It's impossible. It's hopeless. Or is it? TC is silenced, man. He's taking them out one by one by one. Undead Mirror Grand Final question mark? I think it's turning into an exclamation mark. Some kills go Lin's way, though. The ghouls have all been cleaned up, and his hero focused away. There's another stomp. The DK has no mana anymore. Hold on. If he kills these heroes, there's invo potions. And where is the damage? Destroyers in the air, almost untouchable. The last bit of hope thrown onto the Lich. Coil is not ready. Is he close to the shop? He is, of course. And he get that invo potion, isn't he? Oh, and the town portal to get out. That was the kitchen sink. He's trying his darnest. It's still one base, of course. Lin survives somehow. But it's only tier 2 orc. Remember. The lack of a third hero is noticeable. He's continuing to go into Wyvern. Wyvern seemingly the downfall, still no TP. Happy got a little bit of mana to use again, and the Kodo falls immediately. Stomp, Raider move to the side. The hero focus. There's not enough damage to kill these undead heroes, as there's another coil. The destroyers, if they don't have mana, they do very, very little damage for their cost. But the damage is coming from DK and Lich, that's for sure. Oh, Farseer on the menu! And the coil seals the deal! Lin taps out, and we do have Happy versus 1-2-0 in the grand final. Big side of relief. And what a perfectly fine game by Happy. He was not fooled. He was not outmaneuvered. He was the wall. The Iron Curtain was up. And Happy takes the series 3-2. Not what a lot of people were hoping for. Very, very sure about that. But if you're a fan of RTS, you gotta respect what Happy just did. You gotta respect how he countered Lin for 20 minutes straight. Every single move. He was getting ready for the Zeppelin drop. He caught him off guard. He was in position for a defense every single moment of these 18 minutes on Concealed Hill. Great series. And now we get a rematch of the winner bracket semifinal. 1-0 defeated Happy in Show Cup. In the winner bracket here at the playoffs with a 3-0. And now they will face each other in the best of 7 for $9,000. First though, we have the game for third. Little bit of a hype killer, but the match is Lawlight versus Lin. And it's $1,500 on the line. And Orc versus Night Elf has been nothing but tremendous in this tournament. After the group stage, Happy was first and 120 was last. And now they face each other in the grand final. In a best of 7. It's showtime, folks. Lin wasn't able to beat Happy. He played an almost flawless tournament, but I gotta say, Lin today was not the Lin of the past 10 days. He made mistakes. The fragile Wyvern play, eventually a mistake. In hindsight, it's always easy to say. The Shadowhunter loss on Amazonia will haunt him for quite some time. The Tidehunters game will haunt him quite some time. Lin had a lot of opportunities to close out these games. And then he went to the curveball and it fell flat on the ground. We got 2 more, everybody. There we go. Lawlight vs. Lin as the game for 3rd. And Happy vs. 120 in the grand final afterwards. Little bit of a break, and then we're back with a decision in the TP League.